All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're going to run back tokens today because I got an idea that I really want to talk about that I think is going to make this deck very good and very different than the one we played like a month ago. If you want to buy any cards for today's deck or any other game stuff, remember to go to coolstuffinc.com. You can use code DRAGON. That'll save you 5% at checkout. And Cool Stuff Inc. always has cool stuff in stock. And this really starts with the card, the Huntsman's Redemption. Now, this already makes a token, so it fits what we're doing today, but being able to go search out a creature actually could be very big, especially because one of the cards we love to have is Mondrag, but we don't always draw it and get to double up all of our tokens. So I think being able to sacrifice one of our other tokens can help us go find this, or in the cases where we have Mondrag in hand, we can go find the fourth land, and maybe that helps us out. But to make the rest of the deck go, we need a lot of things that play tokens and care about tokens. So we're going to play Lunarch Veteran because this can help against mono red, getting us some extra life. Obviously, Pollen Shield Hair gives all of our tokens +1/+1, so we're going to give that a go. Plus, the Adventure side actually can give us a big attacker. Wedding Announcement, because we know this is good. Making tokens, drawing cards, doing all that good stuff. We get to play with King Darien, Extra Large the 8th, because, well, pumps tokens, right? Really pumps all of our creatures, but can also protect tokens. And then, of course, we're going to be playing Wandering Emperor because Wandering Emperor makes tokens, but also serves as some removal. Additionally, we can play Elspeth as well because Elspeth can just make tokens every turn and then gives us the ability to just get all of our little stuff back out of our graveyard later. And the other new card from Eldraine we're going to play is Virtue of Loyalty because, one, it gives us a token at instant speed, but also lets us pump all of our creatures. So we like everything that's going on here, and we're going to wrap all this up with the Regal Bunnycorn because, well, if we're able to make a lot of tokens, why not? Just have the biggest creature on the battlefield. Now, there's a few other things we'll be playing, but if you want the full deck list, it will be at the end of the video, like always, and we'll talk about what we like and don't like, and if this whole Huntsman plan works out. But if you want to get today's deck list, you can also go down to the description, look for the blue arrows, it'll take you to our Moxfield link. You can see today's deck and get all the other decks we have ready to go in standard for a bunch of different stuff. For now, though, let's go see if this whole Huntsman Mondrag thing actually works out. All right, let's keep it. All right, here's hoping this thing actually lives. I don't think it's going to, but... Oh, always nice when that, because that's like a freebie. That's cool. Don't know how much longer it's going to last, but, you know, I'll enjoy it while we got it. Okay, this is somewhat shaping up to be a little bit okay, right? We're going to attack for one, because we're not blocking with that. It's too important to the fight, especially with an Adeline on deck. Alright, well, we lose it anyway, so that doesn't matter. I say doesn't matter, it is a flyer later, but yeah, opponent, might as well attack. You're the red deck. Yep, go for it. All you. That's one becomes a 3/3 thing. Oh, 4/4 prowess guy on the back. Got it. Yeah, we have a Wandering Emperor for later. We can make a 3/3 here that makes the Bunnycorn even bigger, but I think we're doing this. Alright. Because if anything, they're going to attack Witchstalker Frenzy or Adeline or some such. Like, that's fine if they do. Huh. Thundering Raiju, that's annoying. Why would you do that, opponent? Yeah, that was just a bad mistake. Now, I will say this. Amusingly, I was probably still going to block with my Adeline. And then next turn, just Wandering Emperor proactively on my turn on the Thundering Raiju to get rid of it, gain the 2 life. Leave these up to block. Still have the Regal Bunnycorn, that's a 3/3 at that point, with 2 blockers. And just kind of see what the opponent had. Because they're down to 3 cards. The adversary would have been a 2/2. Not really doing much. And then we still had multiple plays to back it up after that. So, would have been interesting, nonetheless. Opponent just made a bad misclick, probably, and we won that one. I think we still could have come out of that one as a winner, but, you know, we'll take it. Sometimes your wins just come that way. Okay, I guess we keep this. And we'll just see where this goes. Usually, though, when you see that lately, it's some, yeah, I was going to say, some version of the Domain deck is usually what we're staring at. Yeah, attack. Play this dude. Looks like they already have Leyline. But they're not using it. Okay, what else do you have? Let's find out. Is that a counter? No, it's not. We're going to ley line the bunny corn now. We are not. And maybe it's just depopulate. Nope, it's a chrome shark. Now you can go ahead and ley line, and it's huge. Boy, what do I get rid of now? Probably nothing. I'm just going to decline. I don't think there's a real play here. Once they ley line, we're toast. Basically. Yeah, sure. I'll assume there's a ley line incoming. Yeah, exactly. We knew what was up. Wasn't worth getting in with more than that. Okay. Alright, we'll try. Still a counter incoming? Nope, no counter. Alright. Maybe another ley line. Just gonna put a counter on here. So if there is a ley line, I'm assuming it goes after our Wandering Emperor.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Sure. Plus up this dude, I guess. See what other removal cards you got. Exactly. I mean, you probably just trade, and we can't do nothing about that. Like, you trade, you trade. That's just life we gotta live with. Alright, looks like no counters from the opponent here. Oh, I was wrong. Nope, they just have a cut down. Fair. We can live with that. Okay. I mean, if they have a spot removal, they can still hit Mondrak here. Totally fine. Any of their exile stuff still works. It definitely was not the ideal card we were looking for, but, you know, you draw a body, you got to play it, I guess. All right. Takes a little bit of a hit there. What if we... What if we play this first? In case something happens to Mondrak, we could do a little something something. And then we were to target Mondrak with this. And maybe plus this duder. And we move to attacks, I think. Sure. All right. All right, I'm going to play this, which is a little bit risky. However, mostly because of Sunfall. But my logic here is if they Sunfall, they're going to attack the Wandering Emperor down to 2, and then we can just start making more things post-sweeper and just see what happens. I mean, but they would have a very large Incubate token here, too. But looks like Sunfall might be on the books here.
Big mistake.
Because it's always Sunfall. Yep, sure. Alright, now we got to find some bodies. I mean, that's a body, but it doesn't really do anything. Alright.
May your blade strike true.
Yep, you got it. Yeah, Sunfall's such a dumb magic card. Between that and Farewell, like, just like, you don't even get to play any fun Magic anymore. Alright.
Until next time, then.
Yep, you got your dude. Got a land? make a body. I mean, sure, we can double Merrick's, I guess. That's something. It's not great. We can only take an attack like 3 times. Really 2 times, because once we get rid of our 2/2, they'd just be able to kill us. Okay, opponent's doing nothing else there. Alright, that's nice of them. Alright, let's see if this works. I doubt it. They have so much mana. I mean, I don't know what we'd even be stopping here, except for maybe exactly Farewell. Make disappear doesn't matter. Shielder's Edict doesn't matter. I mean, I guess make disappear does kind of matter. Alright, sure. I mean, there's a world where, I don't know, maybe we try to cast Rabble Rousing and they can sack a dude and counter. So, I mean, that's real, I suppose. Alright, make another duder. Alright, that's something, I guess. Do we attack? Nah, we wouldn't score enough. I was going to say attack 3 things into the Invasion of Gobakhan? Let me think about this. If we do, 2 things are going to die. It'll be our 2/2 and a 1/1. We would ultimately get that. Those will get pumped up. Don't know if that's really worth it or not, but I guess I'm going to try, because we have nothing else really going on here. And if they make us sack a non-token thing, we just make another one. Or I mean a non-sack a token creature. I don't know what I'm saying right now. There we go. Alright, so at least get something out of this to start thinking about. Now, technically this could save us from a depopulate or something, but realistically, they're probably just playing Sunfalls and other exile removals, so it's not going to matter. Yeah, they're seeing a lot of cards here. Good news is we do get to gain at least a little bit of life back here, so that's something. Man, they have cycled like 4 times already. I mean, they are playing a lot of the tri-lands, though. Alright. Make a creature. Take our turn. Yeah, and we drew it. Dang it. Alright, I guess we do it knowing they have to sacrifice something here. So that's not the worst thing in the world under the circumstances. Oh, they let us have it. This is intriguing. Wow, I was not expecting that. I want to take a Planeswalker here, honestly. If we attack, we're definitely going to have enough. So, I mean, we get Elspeth? I mean, they could counter Elspeth, I suppose. Alright, I guess we're in. I mean, what else are we going to do? We at least get a lot of life off this. I mean, you have to counter it. You're going to sack a dude here. Yeah, this all ends up being the same. I guess I could have opted not to cast it here and do it on the next turn where I could have paid for it. So that's actually a little bit of a mistake. So yeah, that's a little tough. Though, to be fair, the other option was they could also just have Farewell and then whatever. But if they Farewell here, we at least get the Bunnycorn back, so... Sure. Because they'd have to get rid of all of our stuff. Especially with us having Mirixes with the Rabble Rousings out right now. Alright, while this started very ugly, we're at least... I won't say we're in the driver's seat, but we have enough life that we don't have to even care about a big Sunfall here. Because they're at 5. Yeah, that happens. That's fine. Sure. That'll work. We'll take that. Sure. Instep. Because now we at least have a chump blocker if we feel we need it. I don't know that we need it, but if we think we do, there you go. I'm probably not blocking, though, when I'm at 35 and they're at 5. Just saying. Up the beanstalk. You got it, friend. Enjoy that card. Hopefully it's not something that wrecks us. Yeah, this is wild for the opponent. They have a 10/10 creature here and may not even want to attack with it. And this is one of those rare situations where them even having a farewell isn't even the best card, because we have 2 Merixes generating stuff and we would get back a Bunnycorn, which is pretty interesting. We attack here, we'd put them at 4. I don't even think we do it. Actually, while we attack, we get 2 other dudes, though. Maybe we do. Yeah, we get a card, 2 dudes. We can still make something with the Merix. I'm in. I mean, every point matters right now. And if we're just cycling to another Sunfall, then whatever, it is what it is. Play this. End the turn. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Okay. Now Sunfall or any sweeper doesn't even matter nearly as much. Yep. GG's. We actually turned the... Oh, man. So good. Yeah, the wild thing is, in those scenarios, once we have the rabble-rousings, we're almost turning the Merixes into blockers where we couldn't block before. So yeah, in this scenario, the opponent really doesn't have an out, right? They Sunfall, then we just make more dudes during their end step, make a 2/2, whatever. If they farewell, they'd have to get rid of these, which then gives us a Bunnycorn back, we make a thing, and then we just attack them for lethal. Right? We also pick this up, which is nice, because the odds of them having a counter here that matters is probably pretty low, because they're not going to sacrifice their only blocker. So this is going to resolve. Then we're probably going to get to play the 5-mana side as well. So yeah, I don't know how we, like, literally, you look at this, look how many cards they went through. 2 Sunfalls, like, the Chrome Shark, got rid of our first big creature. Somehow, we still came out of it on the other side, and I didn't feel like our hand was spectacularly great, so I love that. Real talk, I'm not even sure what this hand beats, but I'm going to keep it. Probably doesn't beat whatever that is they're doing, but I'm going to still cast Invasion of Gobakhan because this is like the best thing to cast in this spot. Unless, I was going to say, oh, this is one of those Reanimator piles. Ugh. Alright. Oh, well, fortunately their hand's crap, but they do have the Collector's Vault to both get mana and find other targets, so there's that. So even though we made it more expensive to play Sunfall, they're going to be able to do so fairly quickly anyway. That kind of sucks.
The system can't fix everything, but we can.
Alright. Well, we're just going to do what we can do here. Can't block that, so they'll get another card here. So they'll get to see 3 cards, new cards this turn, possibly.
Thanks. I'll be taking
This is weird. Am I actually going to play Pollen Hair, just like the hair raising, to see if maybe I can kill a Kaito? It's not a great plan, but sometimes when you don't have any other plan. That's not a terrible card, but let's see what happens. They're going to kill it? I would understand if you did. Okay, they're at least digging for something here, so that's not the worst thing. And we do have a Planeswalker of our own next turn. Alright, well, what did you keep, opponent? Let's see it. Ooh, nothing.
Mission's compromised. Time to
That's a surprise. Okay. And that resolved too? Wow. Okay. That is a pile of surprises, honestly. I could not tell you at all what those unknown cards are in their hand. I'm assuming 1 or 2 are probably land, but yeah. I mean, it could all just be sorcery speed stuff too. Could be like the battle that gets something out of the graveyard, you know, that type of stuff. And they're just looking for something to put in there that's of value. Yeah, I might just play... Okay, Ashiok makes a difference here.
And make your fear known.
Sure.
Go and drink deep of sorrow.
Oh, those are both good cards. Alright, so they need 7 mana for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which they will have next turn, so that's no good. Oh boy, what are we looking to do? If we attack... I kind of want to play Pollen here. I kind of want to play the King here. King Darien Extra Large the 8th. Alright, let's do this. Play this. We'll attack into here. So they're at least interested in blocking, I would assume. Some number of these. You want to block at least 2 of them, right? Yeah, they're going to block all 3, so their plan looks like it's going to be to sweep the board next turn anyway. Good deal. So then we get 2 cards here. Ah, I wanted one of those to be in land. Oh, no. My idea was, let them sweep the board here. We sack the King Darien Extra Large EA, so they only get a 3/3 Sunfall thing here, right? And then we would have multiple things here next turn, because we could play Pollen Hair that pumps the token we're going to get, plus we'd have Wandering Emperor, and that'd be great. Now things get a little dicey. So we're probably going to have to do something like... Oh, well, never mind. Those 6 mana is also good here, because it lets us boom, 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 right? So what if we do this first? Get the information that comes with that. March, huh? I guess you can have another Collector's Vault. We don't really care about that. Also means the road is mostly clear for Wandering Emperor next turn, barring them getting access to something here, which is fine. We're going to turn this Gala Greeters into a 2/2, since we're going to get a creature anyway at the end of turn. And then we'll just get a treasure. Alright. Now we got options. We can attack into Ashiok. We can... Oh, they're just going for other removal, I guess. Trying to find another sweeper here. And if they get it, they get it. Nothing we can do about it. Looks like they're going to do all the digging, though, to get it. Alright. Still have plenty of treasure. I mean, Collector's Vault's good. We played it in a deck, and I loved it. And for this very reason. Even while you're digging, you're getting a mana back and still having options here. Alright, they're looking at cracking their treasure. Uh-oh, what's going on? Nope, they're checking our battles. They can also discard a bunch of cards, well, if they're not land, to March of the Worldly Light and try to get rid of something here too. Or they, well, I guess they could tap all their mana and sack their treasure. So that's an option. They do have a 3/3 to block with here as well. So there's a few things going on we have to pay attention to. Alright, they're going to play the other vault, which means they're kind of just dedicating to blocking with the 3/3 most likely. Nope, they're just digging with 1 treasure open. So now we can kill Ashiok. Well, not true. They still have 2 treasure and can block. But we know we don't lose a creature now. So I think our plan is send 2 things into... Oh, that's really good too. Wow. Wasn't planning on drawing that. Dang. Okay, think this is still the plan, though. These two. Ashiok. This over here. Oh, opponent's just letting that happen? You know how the kids say some stuff is sus? That's exactly what this feels like. So I feel like maybe they got a farewell here. And if so, we're just going to wait then. Farewell wipes everything out. We make a Wandering Emperor, make a thing, and then we try to Virtual Loyalty some stuff. Oh, maybe they don't have it. They're still looking here. Wow, they've been through so many cards. They even drew one or two off of Kaito when it was out. Okay, well, we're not getting... Well, that's not true. We could still get Farewell. They have all that treasure to blow up. But we're still not in a bad spot, because we'll just flash in a 2-2 and then play a Wandering Emperor. Oh, why are they checking our battle again? Farewells does not get rid of battles, if that's what they're looking at. And that does not save our creatures from Farewell, because Farewell, unfortunately, exiles. Okay. Not sure how they didn't have something better than that. Like, with as many cards as they saw, I think over the course of this game, they saw either 10 or 11 extra cards. Well, more than that, because Ashiok saw a couple. Plus all these draws and discards, and the one from Kaito, but we'll take it. Alright, I think this is fine. Because depending on what we're up against, like, we get the option of invasion if we think there's counters or removal we're going to be worried about. If not... Or, I mean, I guess there's a world where maybe we don't want them to play a Shieldred. At the very least, we get access to information. And that's sometimes not to be underplayed. I think people forget information is strong. Especially here, where they haven't really done anything. So it's like, alright, let's go ahead and check it out. There's a cut down, a Path of Peril, which we don't like that. Turtle's going to be annoying. Oh, these are all annoying for us, actually. Turtle's probably like the least problematic. Trying to think what we could put down next turn. I mean, Bunnycorn's only going to be 2 because we have the invasion down. Path of Peril's super annoying, though. Gix's command. I'm just trying to... Alright. Sure. I probably should have just called Tortoise and made him deal with stuff beyond that, but... and of course they drew the thing they could play next turn. You hate when that happens. Alright, I'm just going to pass here. I can play 2 things next turn. But it's probably just going to be the turtle here. And we're just going to be wrecked. Opponent's just going to get too far ahead, I think, here. But we'll see. We do have some possibilities. I mean, there's also a possibility of just getting the Virtue down, building a wall, having a couple of Galagreeters. So we're not without options. Not yet, anyway. Unfortunately, they have 3/3s. We do not yet. And that is critical here. I was kind of hoping for something that would pump this guy, too. Maybe let us get the invasion of Gobakan. Because that's important. Man, they'll even have a land so they could actually play Gix's command, get rid of all of our stuff, and then just, like, cut down the Bunnycorn that's left. That kind of sucks. Yeah, this is going to be a rough go, y'all. I think we do it anyway. We get the Bunnycorn, and I think we just get a treasure. Because that at least opens up some options. You know, and I think that's just what we go with here. And then we just have to try to figure it out, you know? But there is a world where maybe we play Virtue, and then we follow up with... Yep. Gets rid of our biggest thing. So, there you go. Yeah, we're going to be in a lot of trouble here. I mean, we know it going in. We just got to make the most of it, unfortunately. Ah, and a land was not what we needed there. That is one of the worst cards. Oh, boy. Well, I mean, if they have the spot removal, we're dead anyway. So sure. I mean, it's very tempting to wait and play the Virtue, but I just feel like we end up even further behind there. I'm going to go ahead and just treasure up so we get 2 of them. And then we're probably just dead. I mean, we knew the cut down was there. It's just what else is there. Alright, so far it looks like nothing else. So that's some good news. That is not great news. Oh, and that's bad too. Like, we just don't have anything there. Alright. Just too many lands. No real spells. Well, this is amusing. I say we keep it. I mean, I guess even if our stuff gets swept, then we at least have a bunch of flashback things, right? Or whatever we call that ability. Disturb. Alright. Playing against fairies. Fair enough. This then also means we're not likely to resolve this Adeline, but we'll see. They could have another land come into play tapped here or something. Kind of hoping, honestly. Because getting Adeline down here could be big. Gross. How do we draw so much land? I'm only playing 23 with 61 cards. It's always tough. Alright, I'll assume this is going to get countered. I mean, whoa, really? Now we just kill her? Yeah, I was going to say, there's got to be something. I'm like, you're not just going to let us have that, right? Alright. I mean, our only plan now is to just keep top decking threats, because we've done nothing else this whole time. I mean, this isn't really a threat. If there was something to top deck, I don't think this was it. Alright, I guess we just attack then. Yep, Siphon Insight. I have plenty of good stuff you can use. I tend to not really like Siphon Insight because often you're not getting things that matter to your deck. Like in this matchup, unless they're just getting a creature, right? They're not really getting huge value comparatively as to if that was just some card that helped their deck do its thing. That being said, I've drawn nothing, so they've got all day. Come on, deck. Opponent's even going shields down here, effectively. Okay, fine. You know what? Sure, why not? I'll play one and have a flyer. Just cuz. Get some more life. Turn that Galagreeters into a 2-2. Play my land. Alright. I'm only in this because I've gained a dumb amount of life. Otherwise, I really shouldn't be in this fight. Opponent still has one of our cards. We don't know what they are yet. 2 unknowns that are likely either counters or removal at this point. Really not sure how fairy heavy they are playing right now. So that's a thing. No attack. I'm just going to end the turn. See if they commit anything before we try to make a token here. We'll give it a go now. Alright, so we get to maximize our opportunities here. Might as well gain the life. And then we'll gain another life. And they have their own loyalty, so they just took that from us. Fair enough. And this is like what I'm saying. So, like, now that they took that, they got a 2/2 and they can't even do anything. Like, sure, they took the card away from us, but if that had just been a counter or a removal or whatever else, or a sweeper, who knows what, like, it would have been better to serve their deck. I mean, I will say, there's still some value for taking a thing away from the opponent, right? That's not nothing, but still. Yeah, sure, you got it. I'm not blocking. I mean, maybe I could have traded a 2/2 there, but whatever. Alright, Kaito. So their hand's empty now, except for what they're about to draw. So if it happens to be a counter, so be it. Looks like it's not, because there was a pause. So that's good. Ooh, this is also nice to have here. I am not mad at that. But, ooh, I guess we got to do this now, right? We kind of know what the opportunity cost is here. We got to go for it. We're not going to get a better shot than this. Adeline next turn's nice. Maybe harder to resolve, but makes the most sense here. Shieldred's alright. We're not planning to draw a lot of cards or anything, and we got 33 life, plus tokens incoming. So, it's not the end of the world. And eventually our creatures are big enough that they don't even like attacking unless they waste a removal on a Phantom. Alright. Also nice. Let's go with this first. See if this actually gets to resolve. It does. Don't think we're in a spot to attack yet. Is it a removal card for Adeline? No, it's a Mastermind. That is a little bit of a problem. Because now we're going to lose life to Shieldred, and they'll be drawing extra cards. So that does become a little bit of a concern here. While they're also gaining life. Alright, Siphon Insight, sure. Yeah, except for them getting, like, I don't know, maybe King Darien Extra Large the 8th. I don't think there's a bunch we care about them having from our side. They might have been better just leaving mana to either untap their fairies or draw with the Mastermind. Sure. I mean, Shieldred not being there. Oh, because it does get Vigilance. Do I even care? Should I just take 10? Go to 21? Yeah, I guess so. Sure. Alright. I mean, it's one of those ones, like, I don't care that much, but I kinda do.
Now, what do we have here?
Ooh. Huntsman's also nice. What if? Wow, lots of questions here. I could sacrifice a veteran to go get some things next turn too, which could be kind of nice. I could also just make another 1/1 with lifelink, let them attack into Elspeth, get to kill something maybe on the block. Could attack with Adeline after making a token, trade with Shieldred maybe. Or maybe just 2 3/3s would block. Choices. I don't know what we want. Alright. Maybe we go for this? Don't know if it's going to resolve. We'll find out. Looks like that's a negative. Alright. Works for me. We can live with that. Alright. What do we got? Because now we can at least start attacking with our 5/5. Eventually we have other 5/5s. Door gets opened up a little bit. They could also just draw here. See, notice I'm being polite. The opponent puts up a thinking emoji or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Go for it. I understand. There's a lot of options here. It's a crazy possible attack step. Boards are getting gummed up. Use it for what it's meant to be used for, right? When I was doing it, notice that they were putting up speech bubbles saying dumb things while I'm trying to figure something out, right? A little bit rude. A little bit rude. That's all I'm saying. All right, we block. Okay, well, that could have been worse.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
Trespasser makes sense. They still have mana to draw. That does not help us here, really. Alright, guess gonna do this. See if it gets through. Could be another spell stutter or whatever that thing is. Ice out. Okay, sure. Okay. Starting to get a little low, so we're gonna have to get a move on at some point. Oh, I forgot to attack with my 6/6 last, or 5/5. Now it's a 6/6. Now if they minus, then this becomes a thing, because whenever a creature deals combat damage, they search your library for a black card or a blue card. Or actually as a blue or black creature. And put it on the battlefield, not a blue or black card. That does make a difference. On the plus side, though, they would have to give up, most likely, one of their fairies here to connect and deal damage, right? Because this is whenever, yeah, creature you control deals combat damage. Now, they could just as well move our 5/5, make sure they connect, and then go find 2 things, and that would be pretty big for them. So we'll see. Yep, makes a lot of sense. Especially if they have the removal card in hand for the Phantom already. Because if I had it, I would use it and go get 2 things here. Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously blocking. I mean, you go get whatever you're going to go get. But this is a big deal because now I can attack. I mean, I guess I can go get another fairy and put it into play. But it interplay tapped. Like, I could at least attack with the Phantom now, knowing there's nothing to block it, and then get to untap it. Well, unless they just go get another Mastermind, which, yeah. Congrats. You did the thing. They can also activate their land. That's a 4/4 here, too. So that's something to be aware of as well. All right, let's see if this works. All right, gain some more life, which was very critical here. Sure. Nice card to have, but doesn't quite check the boxes here. Obviously, they're getting cards and gaining a bunch of life. And all we can do is attack. I mean, kill what you're going to kill. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we've gotten what we're going to get out of that at this point. Take the action, which I guess I'll get a... Hold on, let me see my lands here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're not taking damage either way. So sure. All right, so we go back to 14. Well, that signals clearly that there's another shield grid already. Actually, no, maybe they just want to kill out of line. That's also possible. The big deal here, though, is we don't get to untap our board. And this could be where we die. Because we're only, right now, realistically, only have 26 points getting through. Oh, what is this? I would say also a kill card for... Wait. What's going to kill this? Okay, sure, those work. So we don't... Okay, that actually was a really good combat for us. I mean... I don't even know if I want to play Mondrak here, because I'm like, what even happens? They play... Yeah, I don't know, I'm just going to end the turn. Yeah, alright, cool. Okay, so first off, I'm not totally sure I understood what this deck was, which is what caused part of the problems in this game, because I didn't even know what we were playing around. Like, we were dodging card. Like, there was This was weird because it was like a fairy deck, but it really only had Sleep Curse Fairy and the Fairy Mastermind. I guess it's just like a... Well, I was going to say Dimir Midrange, but then they have Besejus and the green lands. Yeah, I don't even know what happened here. And I'm not sure I even understood that blocking. Yeah, that was all strange. And here, I wasn't even going to play Mondrak because I just figured, well, the way their deck is, for all I know, they're playing... Well, even if they had like a Gix's command, that wouldn't even matter, right? You'd kill Mondrak in a token, or not even that. You kill King Darien in a token, and then we lose a 6/6. It's like, yeah, I guess we couldn't lose from there, really. That was very strange. I don't know what happened. That game was interesting, to say the least, but boy, the way our draw started, I didn't think we were going to have any chance in that one. All right, let's keep it. Let's see what type of trouble we can get ourselves into. These seem to be popular. I feel like I've played at least 3 or 4 people in just the last 2 days I have this particular sleeve, and you don't really see one card back that often between opponents. So it's definitely the new hotness that people are enjoying. Which is cool. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, more power to them. They find something you like and they're giving it to you. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. Alright, we're going to go Galagreeters here. Against a swamp, not often do the Galagreeters get to live, but that's okay. Usually if they can kill it, they will. However, maybe they can't kill it. Alright, this is interesting. So, I think I want to go Wedding Announcements. Make a treasure. So we can set up Rabble Rousing next turn. Probably block with the 1/1 here. Just to not let them advance their mana. I mean, I don't really know what we're up against here just yet. Wow, Mondrak here is pretty big too, to have those back to back. Wow, 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 wow. I guess we're gonna go for it, right? Doesn't make sense not to. I mean, if they kill it, we get a land, and then we just try to do multiple things next turn. Oh, okay. That doesn't shock us. We knew that was a thing. Like, if they didn't get rid of this, we were all set. Probably just gonna put a... Man, do we want a Wandering Emperor? Pollen Hair pumps our team with all the tokens. Actually, I think I'll probably put the Pollen Hair here. That's probably smarter. And then now we have a real decision on if we even want to block or not. I think the answer is no. Like, if you find a land, you find a land. We're gambling. I mean, we know they can put 1 into play, because that one was already there, but... Wait. They didn't even put that into play? Isn't it just a land from your graveyard? You return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Like, why? What? Opponent? I don't... What happened? Why did this not work the way we think it's supposed to work? I'm going with this because I just don't want to leave Mondrak out there unprotected. Alright. Sure, you got it. Okay, I think we have a pretty good setup now. Now, even if we take a chance with Mondrak for a turn... Oh, that's going to be annoying. That's going to be highly annoying. However, if we can get enough permanents into play, we might just say F it and attack anyway. Because we could do this. So this is something we could sacrifice. Keep them off something ridiculous. They do have a fight spell here, which is annoying. We don't love that. We can get rid of that, though. We could also play this, which would get us a thing. And then if we attack for 3, we get 3 more tokens. Something dies to the Obliterator. Actually, they block King Darien. We'd actually just sack that. So it actually kind of works out in our favor. So sure, let's go. I mean, we're going to loot a bunch of stuff whenever they fight anyway. That's just going to be cost of doing business. I'm okay with that. Yep, that's the smart way for them to block. Sounds great. That resolves. I will sack 1, 2. Get rid of this guy, because that's us sacking the most things if they target that. Alright, cool. Sack this. I was hoping they would target that, actually. That was all part of our master plan. Also, with them having Shieldred's Edict, we know we don't have a big window for Mondrak. We get one real shot with it. Uh-oh. They get something to get rid of this? Oh, yeah, that's fine. We knew that was there. Okay, so we do get a Mondrak turn, which is pretty big here. But it's the only turn we're going to get with Mondrak. Get this. Don't want to use the Pollen Hair side right now, or the Adventure side, because that just ends up with us sacking everything, so we're just going to go here. Also, we can sack stuff to where we don't actually have to give up anything to the Obliterator, because we can do this. Pay the iron price here. Sack, sack. So we don't have to give up anything. Alright. And now it's just having more attackers than the opponent has blockers here. Also, now if they make a sacrifice something, we can get rid of the Pollen Hair and not the Mondrak. Yeah, that was actually pretty crazy. Like this, the Obliterator. Now, admittedly, had I played probably more correctly, I could have played that other invasion of Gobakhan sooner and probably blocked the Obliterator so we didn't ever have to worry about it. But this, really, with the rabble rousing, playing it the way we did, and coincidentally getting the Mondrak letting us sacrifice some stuff, helped out a lot. Now, we could have just sacrificed land at that point because we kind of had everything we needed in play, especially with the Pollen Hair blocking the Shieldred's Edict. But this was pretty cool the way it worked out. That's a fun win considering that could have got away from us pretty quickly. Still not sure why the opponent didn't bring in the Deep Root, but or I mean the land from the Deep Root Wayfinder. But other than that, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, this is tough. I don't know really what to do with this because I liked most of what it's doing. I felt like we needed room for another rabble rousing. That would have been nice to have one more of those. I also think if you believe you're going to run into a lot of mono red, I think you could play another Gallic Readers, which could be good. But I would have liked to have had like something that gives all our creatures flying or gives all our stuff trample. Just something to push through just a little more damage when things get gummed up, I think would have been a good option to have. Or going another way with things that just make a pile more tokens could have been his thing, because we don't have a ton of things that make tokens. We have Gallic Readers that makes treasure tokens. We have Adeline that makes tokens. Wedding Announcement, Huntsman's Redemption, Archangel, Elspeth, Wandering Emperor, Rabble Rousing, Virtue. So that is like a lot of cards, but I feel like we'd like to have just one or two more things. But if I had my choice, realistically, it's probably another Archangel Elspeth just to be able to give a creature flying and try to get in as a big finisher. That said, what we played today: 4 Lunarch Veteran, 3 Invasion of Gobakhan, 2 Pollen Shield Hair, 3 Regal Bunnycorn, 3 Gallic Readers, 3 Adeline, 4 Wedding Announcement, 2 The Huntsman's Redemption, 2 King Darien, Extra Large the 8th, 1 Archangel Elspeth, 3 Mondrak, 2 Wandering Emperor, 1 Rabble Rousing, 4 Virtue, an Iganjo, 7 Plains, 1 Beseju, 1 Forest, 4 each of Brushland, Overgrown Farmland, Rizvirch Thicket, and 2 Merricks. So yeah, this was a tough one, right? I think it's actually fun, and it won some interesting games. I think one, we maybe had an opponent give one away, so I don't know if you want to count that, but it's got one of those things where like everything's doing it's supposed to, but it's like just a hair off from where I want it to be. And honestly, I like the Huntsman's Redemption, but we're kind of mostly going to get the Mondrak, right? Every once in a while, it's worth it to go get King Darien, extra large Z8th, but without that, we don't have anything bigger we're going to get. It doesn't let us get Planeswalkers or anything, so that's something we have to be aware of, but it is still useful, and just getting a 3/3 and being able to pump 2 things is good. You can also set up plays where you let something like one of your veterans die, come into play as a flyer on that turn, so the next turn, you're giving it +2, and then whatever other bonuses you have on that third chapter of the Huntsman's Redemption. So that's another way you can get over kind of a ground situation if that comes up. So yeah, some interesting plays here. Still toying with the idea of how good the Huntsman Redemption is. I feel like I'm not getting the most out of it just yet, but yeah, still wasn't bad. Played well. If you like tokens, this is one way you can go. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Resplendent Angel. Because this card surprisingly is over $30, and on some places it's encroaching on 40. I don't even know when that happened. And this card is very good. If you gain 5 life in a turn, then you end up being able to make a 4/4 Angel, and you can pump the card itself. Fantastic stuff. But I bring this up because if you're holding on to one and you didn't know what you were going to do with it, sometime in the next few months is probably a good time to trade or sell this, because this is the type of card that ends up being a quality reprint in some Masters type set or whatever. Right now, we don't have one scheduled that I'm aware of for next year, but Wizards had surprised us before, so you probably have about 6 months maybe of value before that next announcement comes, and this could be the type of card that ends up there. Obviously no guarantees, but just something to think about. And if you're enjoying playing a variety of tokens builds, we have a really fun one using Pia that's Naya colors and actually gets in there with a bunch of damage with Thopters. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.